Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm PPP, time to bring it.
Lines in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
What? Ready? Right there. 54 Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They run the counter. Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 64 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 12. 2. Check 15.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Check 99. Check 99. Reload. Check 24.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. James now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. There he goes right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Garoppolo now. Man open, it's Goodwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
White.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. One, Omaha. Off the field. Mike check 33.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's make these babies Foxtrot. 11.
On third down, here's Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Here we go.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check 24. Kill.
On first down, here's Breida. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
11. Mike check 33.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike, here we go. Like 20. 21. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Check 24.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Defense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Here we go, here we go. 180! I'm scared. Shoot!
It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Zebra.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Slam. One, Omaha. 11.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the number 1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs of making the playoffs. The number 3 game, Baltimore-Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas, but Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks, and then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the number 4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this instance.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Wilson, forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
25. Alert.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Penny, the 1st down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
11.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo throwing the out route and complete. It's Goodwin. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and
A
goal.
lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
Check. Under 10. Alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
Let's go, baby. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They will run again with Coleman. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, it's Coleman, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Bravo! 3-1. Mike check 33.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Garoppolo dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Open man is Bourne, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
On
1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Clear. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. And got his man. Complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 94 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Critical extra point up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give them a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
21. Check right 33. Check right 33.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Play out.
On 1st down, Carson. And a tackle that time by Ahkello Witherspoon. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They run again with Carson. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game vary. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. 54 yards as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw, and this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. That's going to be caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 47 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First carry now for Justice Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I'm coming after you. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They run it with Carson, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He'll find Metcalf. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Ravens 0.
Saturday. Hey, check, Mike, check. 57. Watch the screen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Domata Peko, the one to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That's a gain of 4.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. They'll run on first down. Carson. Justin Ellis in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, it's Carson. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the three-quarter pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? What are they headed for the home stretch, is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
On second and 9, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston twice in the last 4 games of the year. And the way they're running the ball with Derrick Henry and their defense playing well, yeah, they're very confident right now. The Raiders, no, I don't give them that type of a shot. I think they're a year ahead of schedule with the season that they're having. The Colts, I do give them a shot. Okay, Jacoby Brissett, if he can get hot down the stretch and they get Marlon Mack back running the football, I think they can have an impact. In Cleveland, no, I don't give them any shot.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Hey, lady! Pick it up, pick it up! Pick it up!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. The CD earlier, we looked at the AFC playoff picture. Let's quickly peek at what's going on in the NFC right now. We mentioned Seattle and New Orleans would get the byes if the season ended today. The matchups, though, first round wildcard weekend would be San Fran and Dallas and Minnesota and Green Bay. I smell ratings, my friend.
Big time ratings. Let's start with Minnesota and Green Bay because that would be their 3rd meeting of the year as they are division rivals in the NFC North. And, of course, going to Lambeau any time after October 15 is dicey with weather, so you don't know what you're going to get. Minnesota now a dome team. How about San Francisco at Dallas? You could potentially have a San Francisco team with 12 or more wins going on the road to take on a division champ, the NFC East. Dallas, they may have 8 wins. Doesn't seem right, doesn't seem fair, but that's the system. San Francisco may very well have to do it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. Let's go. Man up, deep.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. But he's got Snead. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in. And he's going to go down again with a sack. It's Ziggy Ansah.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. There's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the first down marker anyway. But boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
19.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's got this one complete to John Ursua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch the out.
On first down, it's Carson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
He was brought down by Patrick.
From the 41, Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle.
The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They go read option with Wilson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll toss it out to Carson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said Keith. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson forced out to it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson gets this one to Hill. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Raven.
Back.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch tight end. You got 3 down.
Throwing again. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Snead's got it. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, Yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
What? 380! 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, defense.
They run the counter. Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Hey, let's get them home.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 3rd down, Carson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense, and what I.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.